We will never go to sleep or half lightly sleeping until our children are home. That's been rule of thumb number one. And that night, for some reason, my wife and I, we were in such a deep, deep sleep. And then all of a sudden, at 5 o'clock in the morning, we hear the doorbell ringing. 2 state troopers are at my front door. That is the worst thing that a parent would ever want to happen in their life. They came in and they said to me, your daughter lost her life in a wreck on the Montauk Parkway. Then the police told me they were on the highway south of Merrick Road on the Montauk Parkway. There was a 90-degree curve. The car went off the road and hit a tree. And they were killed instantly. And of course, the driver, who was drunk, which happens in all the drunk drivers, they get out without a scratch. He was reeking of alcohol. They smelt it just by talking to him. What appalled me and my family the most was that this driver who killed Gina Marie had a prior DWI, and then in the year 2000, he was driving his car out of restriction, his license, meaning he could only drive to and from work because he had a DWI. He got into an accident in Suffolk County. When the police showed up at the scene, they knew he was driving out of restriction. They knew he had a prior DWI. They slapped him on the hand. They gave him a $300 fine, and he was on his merry way. He got plea bargained or a break. How many breaks are we going to give this driver? He had the break then? He kills Gina Marie and Matthew? Absolutely not are we going to plea bargain this case. If we plea bargain this case, we're sending the wrong message to all the people on Long Island that it's okay to drink and drive because, you know, you're only going to do a year or 2 in jail. You're going to get plea bargained, you'll be home with your family.
We wanted the case to go to trial. But this took 1 million somewhat letters, phone calls from all our family and friends.
Mr. Dillon, I believe, was DA. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not 20 years or more. And after a while, I guess he got complacent. And after a while, I guess, you know, it's a job. And eventually, they start pleading cases out. Drunk driving or any other case, it's plea bargain, plea bargain, plea bargain. Why does a family who's grieving their daughter have to fight so hard for justice?
When Miss Kathleen Rice won the election as the new Nassau County DA, she made us feel like we're important, that what happened to us mattered. She actually listened to every word we had to say, and never once did she say, we have to plead this out.
Kathleen Rice was adamant about plea bargaining, and she wanted to prosecute the drunk drivers to the fullest extent of the law.
Kathleen Rice said, I am here to help you in any way I can, because drunk driving is out of control on Long Island. I strongly believe to this day, and my husband and I both talk about it, that if Kathleen Rice was our DA before my daughter was killed, I think my daughter might have had a chance.
Because the driver who killed my daughter would have been in prison if Kathleen Rice was the district attorney at that time.